Alright. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's our Legends Random Start Show match number 2 between QXC in the bottom left side of the map and Catz, the creative Zerg, Dirty Boy himself, in the bottom right side. That's right, Paulo, everybody's favorite Zerg, who's been proxy hatching, cheesing people, and being a general D-bag for about as long as I can remember. These guys are legends from the game. QXC, if you don't know, is famous for all killing the best, most dominant team in Starcraft 2 in Wings of Liberty in the GSTL. Playing for FXO at the time, they played against Incredible Miracle. He took down the entire team. And that's a King of the Hill all-kill format. Killed their entire team, best team in the world. Of course he's going to proxy hatch Catz there. Now keep in mind, guys, they started with 100 minerals, 125 gas. With this, obviously it's all randomized. I've rolled the dice for it, and I just select the settings from a drop-down in our pig balance mod, it's called. There's no balance changes, even though it's called that. We also, of course, did have a 12-worker start. I rolled a 12, so it's the same as normal Legacy workers. So this is going to be pretty close to a normal Legacy game. The only difference is you start with a bit more minerals this game and a lot more gas. So if you wanted to, you could delay gas and still get link speed here with that starting gas. Now, it looks like QXC in our left side, he's just been grinding the last week, trying to get back up to snuff. After, of course, such big break from the game. He's working full-time at the moment, hadn't been active for years. And I was like, hey, dude, you interested in playing? And he's like, that sounds fun. Let's go. Instantly onto the ladder, started grinding. I was like, Catz, you're probably a bit more warmed up, even though you've been focusing on developing your game Zero Space at the moment. I'm sure you're still, more in up to date than QXC. So, don't worry about training too hard. We'll see how it goes. Paulo was like, it's like, no, man. If I know Kevin, he's going to grind games every day until this show match. He's like, I better start practicing as well. So both players' competitive, kind of mode has been activated, but they are both basically game devs who used to be pro gamers, used to be super high-level players, and have in a very short period, a matter of days, tried to kind of figure out the new balance. But they haven't even had a chance really to practice on this mod at all. They've just been playing ladder. So trying the different worker starts, the different starting resources, this is all going to be new for these guys. Now, we've got Burrow coming in incredibly early. So what Catz is going to do, he's going to try to build Zerglings here and then burrow them under the command center, I believe. Yeah, if he builds 6 Zerglings, then he's going to try to fight with some of them and then burrow one. He's also going to try and use a creep tumor potentially. Okay, he's trying to hide a creep tumor. QXC does not take the bait, but letting the creep tumor go up could be a problem. Longer this game goes. Marines running away from the Broodlings. The Broodlings do chase after that. Okay, what do we got? Factory. Starport going down. Oh, Marine's getting gunned down. Oh, Catz. It was roaches, not Zerglings. Sorry, I thought that was... I didn't even realize the roach one was already finished. It is burrowed roaches, guys. He's going to have to unload his Marines. He has to just man mode this. I think QXC has to fight it. I think he just has to find it and he has to scan. Does he have a scan available? He doesn't have a scan for another, 40 seconds, guys. Oh, God, this is awkward. One roach did get focused before it could burrow. And you can see Catz wants to spread these out. So if they get scanned... you can't kill them with the same scan. He's just trying to scan bait him right now. I think QXC has to start a command center or a Raven. And he's actually, it seems like going for a Raven. Oh, he gets rid of the creep tumor, but the Queen is burrowed. Roach does unburrow on that side, kills itself a Marine. I think QXC needs to keep all of his forces together. I think at this point, he needs to give up on cleaning up the creep. He needs to just get into the main base and just turtle in the main, wait for the Raven and Banshee to come out, and then try to do it. He's got enough Marines they can absolutely own a Roach in a head-to-head fight, but dude, this is such a hard build to play against. Every time I play Terran against Catz and he does this, he has such a high win rate versus me. I beat him like twice ever when he does this opening to me. He's so annoying with it. He's so annoying. The Roaches. Oh my God, he gets another Asemi over there as well. And of course, he's just going to borrow it. Like, you don't have scanned. Nah. Now, to be fair, Catz economy is not that great, but he has a natural up and he's building a third against a Terran on 1 command center. QXC getting forced into turrets right now, and Catz having fun with his burrow roach shenanigans. Command center finally starting here. I do think the turret in the engineering bay is a bit too much. I think Catz here, classic Catz, forcing over reactions from his opponent. But hey, if he swaps to mutas later, at least this turret will help out. Roach does go down, and he's finally defended at the Queen. She's spread creep a little bit, but with the bunker at the front. And he's going to build a turret there, but I don't think that's close enough to actually deny this creep. Now, that creep's in vision. Let's see if QXC notices. He's trying to spread down here as well. Catz being a cheeky bugger right now as the Banshee chases after the Roach. Roach is going to try to run across, but it burrows. Not really worth the scan for a single Roach. So I think QXC is going to need to, just play one base for a while. Nice scan goes down. Did he get rid of the Queen, by the way? It looks like the Queen might have already died. There are 2 Queens on this map. Where'd the Queen go? I guess he killed it. He must have. Yeah, he must have killed the queen there. Okay, so he gets rid of all the creep. He'll reclaim the natural, will QXC. Now he's got 2 barracks, 1 factory, 1 starport. He thought this was a bigger cheese than it was, but I think initially going for 2 barracks was an overreaction as well. So he's going to have to find damage against the Catz, who's now on 2 base, making roach speed, and he's got dual spore crawlers on the natural, so Catz playing exceptionally safe. Infestation pit! Catz, what are you doing? Guys, Catz is memeing right now. My boy's getting creative. He's opened up with proxy hatch into burrow roach harassment to completely obstruct the build, and a queen behind the natural. He's now rushing for either infestors, swarm hosts, or hive. We don't know which one it is. I think it might be hive. I think he might be trying to rush ultralisks. Catz is a bit of a memer. He doesn't have an anti-air to get up there, so he's actually gonna have to lose his 3rd base. That's really important for QXC. He scans the main, he sees the infestation pit. He should know that this is gonna be like Nidus Ultra or something like that, right? 2 infestors start up. So it's very fast roach infestor. 3 infestors coming out. Okay, and a Hydra. It's roach infestor Hydra Catz, and he's burrowing Zerglings everywhere. Of course he is, blocking the expansions, getting map vision. But look at this, QXC is getting some value, right? He is killing a lot of things. He's up in workers right now, and his naturals finally landed. So QXC's fundamentals kicking in. And this is where QXC shows the pedigree he has as an old school pro gamer. I think QXC in the latter years of his career is most famous for, I think it was early Legacy when he retired. I'm trying to remember, was it Newkirk Precinct? Someone Void Ray busted him on his stream on the ladder. And there was a clip of QXC just kind of going, yeah, and Hulk raging and like smashing, and you saw like the keyboard go flying and the camera like get knocked off or something like that. It was like I think he typed GG afterwards as well. I think it was like oh, it was Nina in that, if someone can find the clip, find us. QXC won't mind. I think he's like, yeah, I think that was the point. I was getting too angry and probably knew, like, you know, the game wasn't as much of a positive influence in my life anymore, and it was time to start moving on. It was like a super funny Hulk rage clip where obviously that's what Starcraft brings out in a lot of us, is the frustration and the pain in those intense moments. These spores badly placed by Catz. Catz a bit out of position, and QXC going to start to take out some drones. Oh, Fungal though purposely leaves the mineral line unguarded to lure the Banshees in. Classic Catz. Just essentially that mineral line twerking in the direction of the Banshees and luring them to their fate. Lurker Den coming down, as well as an Overlord speed upgrade. So we have a 3rd command center. 3rd command center just started. QXC has a sick worker count now, 53. But he's still only on 2 barracks. 3rd barracks just now coming up. And he's been having to upgrade off a single eBay. He's got a pretty good army right now. But the Fungal, if it lands on the Marines, could be devastating. There's only 1 Fungal banked up. Almost a 2nd Fungal. QXC with a good spread. Yeah, good spread. Good spread for QXC here. But look at this. There's a Pervert Roach there. A Burrowed Zergling there. So even if he gets rid of the Watchtower vision, it's going to be really hard for QXC to push across this map. But Catz numbers are so low. And no Evo Chamber for Catz as well. Interesting. I really thought there would be a Raven this game, but there hasn't. Looks like another Overlord gets found. This is actually really good that the Vikings still gaining value and cleaning up Catz map vision. A 3rd command center coming in, extra reactor on the barracks, and QXC getting back to a nice solid macro position after a chaotic early game. Double drop sliding down the south as well. He knows all the Ravagers and Infestors and Hydras are out in the middle of the map, which means nothing in the main. Catz staying on 2 base too long in this game. He's teching too hard. And I think QXC is very happy to take advantage. He's got a Marine drop in the middle looking for Watchtower vision as well, realizing that that would probably pull Catz home, but he didn't want to risk too many units moving to the tower. And he gets a lot of damage, guys. That is a lot of damage. Now, obviously, because we're playing with our own mod, we don't have the mod that brings up the worker kills, but 7 worker kills, very nice. He could definitely do some more damage, but oh, he doesn't have stim. He accidentally went shields first by the looks of it. 1 medevac does go down. That one picks up and pulls away. Catz gonna try to deal with this. The roaches. Okay, there we go. He takes care of it. We've got Marines moving through the middle at the same time right now. 25 workers on the natural. Catz gonna return to mining in the main base. We've got a lurker on the high ground. What? How? Did he just drop the lurkers? Where did they come from? Okay, there's a drop-a-lord up there. I guess he dropped 2 lurkers while all that was happening. Only remembered to burrow one of them at first. Now the other one comes in, doesn't get the big money. I'm like, how did that lurker even get in that base? I didn't even see the drop happening. Marines in the north side with that medevac getting a bit of damage, but he's got to pick up, get out of there. QXC, run, run, run. There's Roach Hydra here, but he's so busy dealing with the lurker. Okay, there we go. He scans. The unsiege tanks take care of the lurker. The drop on the right side actually gets a few roaches, but oh, Fungal will be able to deal with that. Hydras as well, jumping on top. The Marines, of course, getting smashed by those Fungals. 1 more Fungal if he wants to secure the kill, but not really worth it. Okay, so he's not back on gas right now, is Catz. Catz, he's building roaches, he's making hydras, he's got drones moving out towards the third base, he's going to take gases over there, lacking the gas mining in the main. He still doesn't realize this is missing. This is a big problem. And QXE is like limping his way to a macro game, but Catz is as well. Like they're both limping their way into a very awkward macro game. They're both kind of bloodied, bruised. QXE has way too many workers right now. 36 on his natural. 18 on his main. He also has forgotten to put back on gas. Catz finally back on gas on that stage. He's got lurkers, so he's got a big lurker spready. Is he thinking of dropping again? Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's going to go for like a big spready contain. Maybe push in the natural ramp. But the tanks are not sieged. Where's the marine count? There's 22, only 22 marines. 8 of them are in a medevac. There's not that much marines. The tanks aren't sieged. QXE doesn't have the watchtower right now. QXE's not sieged up. QXE's not sieged up. Oh no! QXE, he's pants are around his ankles. He's doing a poo in the woods right now. Catz, an angry mama bear, thinks he's for some reason too close to her babies and is coming forward to mess his stuff up. Luckily, it's only a few lurkers and a few hydras. Those tanks being unsieged, very dangerous though. Definitely might have been taken advantage of. Oh, but he got the F2. He got the F2. The panic F2 for QXE pulls the drop out of the corner. We've all done that before. I have done that so many times, mate. So many times. And Catz finally starts the hive. Now, this is going to be interesting because we are playing Chagris, but it's a very awkward map. Catz has queued these drops, by the way. Do you guys know you can queue drops in multiple areas? You have to use the command card. This picture here that's behind me, you click on the individual, you right-click there, shift-click on the picture of the lurker, right-click in the other mineral line, shift-click it. Catz one of the few other players besides me who ever uses that. It's very rare, but in some situations, it's nice to give those orders ahead of time. Oh, QXE cleans up the lurkers on the map, though. And he pulls his workers away at the same time. QXE building depots, more barracks going down, extra factories. You can tell he's just kind of getting into that element where he's doing everything. QXE's macroing, he's microing, trying to do a little bit of multi-prong. And Catz, his army, it feels like has stalled out for a long time. The infestors were cute, but look at that. That lurker gets caught, tried to run away. The tank on the low ground, the turrets that were left over from earlier in this fight. He's got turrets all around, by the way. Dude, this looks like... Are we watching QXE or are we watching a Villo? Apparently, you become a Villo levels of turtle paranoid when you have to play against Catz. Oh, that lurker does go down. Scan finally allowing that to fall. These two tanks barely surviving. 4 tanks, 13 marauders, and a bunch of marines. The turret ring is kind of crazy, dude. But it makes sense against a guy who's been dropping you continually with lurkers. Still no upgrades for Catz. Catz needs the fungals. Oh, he's not fungling, though. Okay, a little slow on that fungal. Catz with the burrow. He's going to try and throw another fungal. He's got a pack of hydras. These hydras don't have upgrades. Catz. Oh, he lands a big fungal, though. He lands a big fungal. Oh, he doesn't have the energy. He just got to 75 energy on the other infestor. He wasn't able to capitalize. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Okay, command center up north. We've got a 4th base up for Catz, but he's down on 68 workers. He's finally making hydra upgrades, but with no evo chamber, this is going to be really hard for Catz to come back against the QXE, who's getting into that monster mode where he's got 4th command center, 5 tanks, 18 marauders, 26 marines, 2nd factory's up now. He's got extra barracks, which are building a mixture of reactors and tech labs as well. So he's going to have, I think, 2 tech labs. Oh, he's going to have 4 tech labs and 3 reactors. So very heavy on the marauder production, I believe. Actually, 1, 2, 3. Okay, no, sorry. 4 and 3. 3 tech labs, 4 reactors. Nice, nice, nice. Double evo chamber goes down as well. Is QXE Korean? No, QXE is American. Kevin Riley. If you guys want to check out his board game he made, it's called Eon's End. I'm not sure what he's doing at the moment, if he's still making board games or other things, or what exactly he's working on. But yeah, he's no longer a full-time Starcraft player. Hasn't been for many years at this point. But he's still got that passion and that competitive drive. Unfortunately, Catz sets up an ambush. Oh, if he gets a tank spready though, this ramp. If he can get sieged in front of the ramp, this is going to be really hard for Catz to move down. The tanks are a little far back, though. They're only barely on the bottom of the ramp. Roaches, Hydras trying to move out. The bio nicely spread. There's no fungal left in there. Hydras don't have the 2nd upgrade. There's no 1-1. It's 2-2 Marine Marauder. QXE has the position. And now that he's sectioned him off, he can split some Marine Marauder up right. Gun down the Hydras as they pop. And Catz is in massive trouble. Catz had such a good opening, but failed to capitalize on it in this game. Couldn't defend his 3rd from the Banshees. And now the Marine Marauder pulling away, starting to focus these units down. Dude, this is sick. I think QXE's just kind of got into that, like, okay, this game's weird. You're playing weird. I need to knuckle down on my fundamentals. And I think he's done really well to get back in a game where, off that opening, I think a lot of Terrans would have just fallen apart. The burrowed roach harass, so annoying. Oh my god, a flanky drop? Flanking drop? Okay, flanking drop, getting ready to come in there. Catz, he's going to go for the bust from two sides. Tries to reposition half of his army out. The Hydra's coming forward along with the Roaches. I think 1-1 versus 2-2 though. The Marauders with that many tanks backing them up. The Roach Hydra's getting absolutely hammered. He only gets rid of like one tank. Maybe will he get a second one? Looks like the answer is no. And of course, a massive army of Marine Marauder coming in from the left side as well. Game one for QXC looking fantastic. The drones pulling to the low ground. Queen's there trying to defend as well. QXC says it's time for some F2 stimmy stims. Stim for the win. And Catz, an awesome opening, but a bit too fancy in the mid game. Trying to rush to lurker drops, being a bit too heavy on the tech on 2 base, I think. And QXC's drops actually did a surprising amount of damage, disrupting Catz. Felt like QXC was really struggling when he was on the back foot, but the moment Catz was on the back foot, Catz started to struggle. All right, guys, let's go. We've got ourselves now QXC in the top right side of the map. 8 worker start, 175 minerals, 150 gas start, which means you will be able to do things like start Zergling speed straight away. Whoa! Is it 8 pool, guys? Catz has gone 8 pool. Sorry we missed the first few seconds of the game, by the way. We were just getting distracted on the live stream, trying to run the gambling that we do at the same time with people's channel points. But it's going to be a couple of Zerglings, and is this just a harassment? 6 Zerglings. 6 Zerglings coming forward. Wow. This is a crazy attack. Is he going to drone drill all in? Catz, you naughty boy. What are you up to? Almost gets the SCV, not quite. QXC brings in another one, and we'll be able to protect there. I would always repair that SCV to make sure it can't get one shot, and he does so. Yeah, gets it up to above 10 hit points, which means it can take 2 hits now, and that should be perfectly fine. Lings are coming forward. SCV goes to the left, which means Catz will steer his guys to the right. He dodges it. Remember, guys, when we hosted Zelnaga Caverns, the first thing QXC said is, ooh, I remember nuking Genius here. I mean, Genius, of course, was the original BlizzCon world champion in 2010. For those who don't remember, in the first year of Starcraft 2. So we've got some good classic memories on this map. Reaper's about to come out, which can out-micro this for days. It's 6 Zerglings and a drone trying to kill as much as they can. 1 Zergling, 1 drone split to the left. Another Zergling splits on those SCVs. This is kind of amazing, dude. The Lings go into the mineral line. They do get cleaned up there. The Reaper and the SCVs will hold on. How many workers has he killed? He's going to go for 1 more. He gets 1 more. Can he get another? The drone's not helping. The drone goes down. 4 SCVs for 6 Zerglings and a drone. I think that's a good trade there. Catz gets some damage, gets some momentum, and behind it, 4 Roaches on 1 base. He's got 50 gas left. He can make 6 Roaches or total, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to make it back to drone. So he's just going to go for a Roach push without having to mine gas, which is insane that you could even do that. But on the other hand, he's only just taken his gas. His factory's already ready. So, oh, the Reaper. Oh, no, he's on A move. Oh, okay, he gets out. He reacts in time. Does bounce those Roaches, though kind of bounces them forward rather than back. He needs a bunker ASAP on the high ground. The Reaper gets killed in the middle of the map. Bit of a mistake there. Sorry, guys. Slight lag spike. This is going to be crazy. He could obviously morph one into a Ravager if he got a bit more gas. If he went for just 3 Roaches, but going for 4 makes it hard. The bunker's badly placed bunker. Oh, no. That SCV goes down. It's Hellions and Marines. No match for Roaches. Hellions and Marines. He's going to be losing some depots here. I think QXC needs to build another depot in the back right now. He's pulling back, trying to build a tech lab on the barracks. If he pulls SCVs, he can hold the high ground. But with the Overlord there, it's going to be tough. QXC is supply blocked. He's starting another depot, but he's going to need to start another depot beyond that. Otherwise, as the second depot goes down, Catz cheesing his butt off right now. Remember, Catz is mining gas behind this. He's got a Queen building. He's starting to drone up. He gets another SCV. I think if the bunker was further back, he'd be in an okay spot. But without the bunker, you can't be affording to lose these workers. When you're on such low worker counts, losing 6, 7 workers could be game-ending, guys. And the SCV is running too far in front. Beautiful kiting for Catz. I think Catz here bringing out his cheesy flavor, and he's just going to be bringing out a beautiful Roach push. Oh, this is actually incredible. This is really, really well done. Nicely done by Catz here. By the way, guys, I'm scrapping the previous Catz victory from the scorecard for now because it was a bit unfair. I'm going to scratch it for my own referee's reason because I don't know. I just realized in the middle of this, I'm like, yeah, it was a bit unfair. This was a beautiful rush, though. This one, I think, was perfectly fair. I think Catz just abused the gas minerals correctly, and I think QXC just didn't get the bunker up, but we'll see how we go. Hellion does deny the expansion. Oh, that's cute. Hellion's trying to burn down this tentacle, but looks like that tentacle is going to turn into an absolute mass of purple hentai. All right, Hellion's going to rotate into the main. He's going to get some scouting. Burrows on the way 1 more time. Only 10 SCVs for QXC, but he does have mules, remember. And against a Zerg only on 15 drones with a hatchery that's just started. I think there's an argument this isn't too bad. Widowmine's going to run in. Unfortunately, Widowmine can't one-shot a Roach. So even if it fires on it, it won't be that effective. The Roaches don't see it. He could try to run in the main, target some drones when Catz is looking elsewhere. There's a Marauder on the high ground, but he's lifted his barracks off the tech lab. And I think seeing those Roaches coming, I actually think he should really build another Marauder. I mean, one Marauder is going to be decent against 3 Roaches with those the Marine supporting, but he's going to need more than that. He's building a Widowmine. Widowmine will help a lot on that ramp as well. 9 workers on minerals, 3 on gas. Dude, this is so low economy. It's actually insane. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. QXC, come on. Come on. Okay, he's getting nice stutter step. Really nice stutter step for him. Widowmine, you can actually dodge its attack by using Burrow Micro. He actually didn't burrow in time, so he took the full hit. But like I said, it doesn't one-shot, and that's a big problem. Going to try and use the range advantage of the Marauder. The Marine's 1 more range than the Marauder, than the Roaches. The Marauder, though, 2 more range. He's building a Banshee, I think a Raven, rather than the Engineering Bay. Same mistake that QXC made in game 1. He's going Engineering Bay against this, when I think the Raven is absolutely the right play. That being said, he feels like he needs the Banshee. I think Banshee into Raven is it. Dude, Burrow healing the Roaches up is so nice, and there's just, you need all the mules to be used. The SCVs are going to need to be put to fight, I think. He's trying to stutter step. Turret goes down in the face of these Roaches. Catz tries to focus down the SCV building the turret, but they're going to heal up before they unburrow. And they're going to wait. They know they've got a few seconds till that missile turret finishes, guys. 6 seconds, 5, 4. And there we go. They're going to unburrow at the last second. Start to focus down as many of these workers as they can. And potentially burrow to heal over here, right? He burrowed the first one a bit too early. But look at that. Oh, he's next to the command center. Could still burrow here to try and survive or at least bait out a scan. And he's going to do just that. And that's, you don't want to use a scan for that. He's going to build a turret for it. But that puts QXC in a really bad position. He's got a Widowmine on the other side. Looks like it did kill 2 something. Maybe 2 drones that were rallying down there. 2 Queens, Spore Crawler in the main base. And Catz, 24 workers, does have the economic momentum. And he had it in game 1 as well, to be fair. Viking going after the Overlord to the top left. Roach there. Tries to unburrow. Has to burrow again immediately. That turret being built next to it, I think, is more than enough of a win for that. Where does QXC come from? The letters, I'm actually not sure. I don't think XQC comes from the same situation, the same letters. Looks like the Widowmine finally goes down there after being a bit of a thorn in Cat's side for a while. Dude, this is great. Spire on 2 base on 24 drones. Already with the 3rd gaze. That's insane, dude. That is wild. Does QXC not know what a Raven is? I mean, Raven's pretty rarely built in StarCraft, especially in the old days. But I think I'll definitely tell him to after this game, I'm like, oh, I definitely try to go Raven next time if you've already got the Starport on the tech lab, because building the eBay is just, turret's just too expensive this early. Slows down your command center so much. Banshee's going to try to pull away to the north. Queens do a nice Sanger. I think seeing that 3rd gas, he should know that it's going to be Mutalisks. The question is, does that actually help you? Because your command center, yes, it's finished, but I mean, he's going 3 barracks. That's what he needs to do. Basically, go 3 barracks. Viking is also getting Overlords, man. It's already killed 4 Overlords. It's about to get a 5th. Dude, Catz macro is not looking all that slick. This is actually, there is a potential. Remember what happened? Catz got momentum in game 1, and then he kind of fumbled it a bit. His follow-up macro was not that clean. And whilst these mutas will be a very real problem, if he can get a barracks on the reactor right now, yeah. If he can start pumping 3 Marines at a time, 4 Marines at a time, get up 10, 15 Marines with stim, +1 attack, which I think he's going to have ready in time. He's going to be good. This Viking has killed way too many Overlords. This is a huge mistake right now. Roach there does... Oh my god, he's blocking it with a burrowed Roach. Catz! That Roach has his middle finger sticking up out of the ground. He's like, you guys are so stupid. You literally need a scan to know where I am? You guys are stupid, man. Terran are dumb. Mutalisk flying across the map. This Roach distraction is being such a nuisance right here. QXC desperately needs Marines. He's got 8 Marines building. He's already got turrets. Wait, Mutas was a low IQ choice. He forced him to build turrets with the Burrow Roaches, and then he already has turrets for the Mutalisks. Catz! Oh no! Catz tried to go 300 IQ, but he went 0 IQ, guys. Now, to be fair, these add-ons are still exposed. The Mutas are still useful, but it's kind of funny that he already had turrets up from defending the burrowed Roaches. Mutalisk actually goes down to the Marines there as well. I think Catz is trying to kind of bait stims out of him, catch him off guard a little bit. Combat shields, 2 medevacs coming in. The natural expansion is there. SCVs will need to start mining on those minerals. 3 barracks, 1 eBay, 1 factory, 1 starport. With the mutas going around to the left side as well. It's integer overflow IQ. Exactly. Yep. Yep. Sometimes, guys, when you get too smart, you hit a bit of a syntax error. You get a little bit of an integer overflow. You get a little bit of you know, very high number becomes very small number again. That's just how it goes. I think the Banshee scouted the Spire, chat saying. It didn't.
Base is under attack.
But he realized when he saw the Viking, and he built turrets reactively when his Viking went down. This Banshee's still over here just chilling. Killed a drone going for the third, actually, which is kind of nice. Mutalisks have to come all the way back here. Catz still only on 2 base. And whilst QXC is behind in this game, obviously from 23 workers going down in the early game, it's Catz staying on 2 base for a long time. He's going Link speed, Roaches. He gets an Evo chamber. He's going to try and take these rocks down again. I mean, the gold in the middle, very vulnerable base, but definitely kind of worth taking. There's just not that many bases on this map, right? 5 bases per player, so you can't really go to super late game or anything, even though we are running those Heart of the Swarm, 1500 minerals per patch. I guess turret detection is better than Raven. It definitely has extra bonuses. Is this 2011, says Garyukov? Yeah, kind of. I mean, we do have Legacy of the Void balance going on, but we did start. This game was 8 worker start, 150 minerals, 175 gas. Catz went for an 8 pool, 6 Zergling, 1 drone harassment into a roach push where he built 4 roaches and absolutely ruined QXC's economy. Added burrow for a second wave as well and did even more damage with that. So really clever play by Catz. That's why he's got such a big economic lead right now. And he's actually going to fight the Marines. Wow, very fancy. Oh, 2 Mutalisks. He was pulling back the front Mutalisk each time. So if you go in and you realize one muta, say this one, is exposed at the front, you A move, and you already select it before the fight starts, click it back, and then you do it on the next one. And you can actually tank with mutas like that. Very fancy micro. You almost never see Starcraft 2 slow down enough for anyone that's not Rainer to do this anymore. But cool to see Catz able to actually utilize some of that fancy Mutalisk control. Marines going down the left side. It's dangerous. Super dangerous. And here comes the big Roach Ravager shove. He's on Marine Mine, which is not good versus Roach Ravager. So even with the double upgrade advantage, QXC is going to have a really big problem trying to defend. He's going to F2 to come home and try and defend this. The Bile's not really landing. The Bio's defending on the high ground really well, but the turret gets taken out. Widowmine will land on one of the Mutalisks. The Bio running down the ramp. There's just so much Zerg. I think the early advantage insurmountable, even though it feels like QXC's been fighting incredibly well in this series. Hold that thought. Hold on. Hold on. Dude, if he gets rid of all the mutas, this could be amazing. He's only down 10 workers. Remember, Cat's third base is not up yet. Dude, QXC holds. QXC holds. He's still got it. Pulling the Marines up on the high ground, trying to defend there. Letting the turret, the SCV, the Widowmine try and tank a little bit. Yes, he lost a bunch of SCVs. Yes, he's still in deep water, but the fact that he's still alive is shocking. He really should be somewhat dead at this point. The man's still hanging on. It's a proper cliffhanger, though. And I feel like that glove, because who the hell goes climbing in frigging leather gloves? What are you doing? But that glove may slip off his hand right now. And, I mean, if there's anyone that's going to be the Sylvester Stallone to save him... Well, to be fair, Sylvester doesn't actually save the woman in cliffhanger, does he? At the start. No. That's kind of the whole precursor to the... Point being, if anyone could change that and save him, it would be really good stim bio with upgrades. Kind of stutter stepping, outranging roaches. But he's outnumbered. It's a lot of mutas, roaches coming in. And he's got a 1-1 upgrade advantage against +1 Carapace. That Carapace kicking in, you can tell, is just making those units way tankier. The mutas are getting gunned down by the Marines. And Catz is kind of just a little pig-headedly with the way he was chasing. Those mutas were also weak. And it's just really tragic, because if QXC got rid of the Mutalisks, I might believe. But without getting rid of the Mutalisks, it's going to be hard. Oh, the Widowmines aren't there. He needs those Widowmines in the fight. QXC with some fancy micro, trying to get those Widowmines into the army. But, oh, the double bile. Oh, he dodges. QXC still got it. I'm telling you, man. He's still got it. We need to bring back Puma spamming 1-1-1 builds versus MC. Oh my god, Puma, man. That guy for like a year just did 1-1-1, one base barracks factory starport all in every single game of TVP for a year. I mean, he was good at it. He was really, really good at it. But dude, talk about a one-trick pony. He was a nice guy. Nice guy. Oh, the drop sneaks out. The drop does sneak out. Dude, Dill Pickle just dropped $200 into our Pigfest 6 prize pool. Thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate it. Getting closer and closer. Oh, no! Oh, no! QXA! His last desperate drop goes down. And with that, the Roach Ravager is going to catapult in and dive in the front. Roach Ravager taking those Widow Mines to the chin. And that is going to be a very good opening. I think Catz here just played the opening pressure so well. He thought it through with the 175 gas. He said, let's try and rush Roaches and go. Remember, TLO was thinking about trying some of that in the series we had yesterday against Scarlet, but often didn't quite get to where he wanted to due to things like early Reaper aggression throwing him off. But Catz there is going to tie up the series 1-1. All right, guys, since we did scrap that game too where I messed up the balance, we've made it so it's 5 work at minimum, and we did roll for 5 workers this time. So they both started at 5 workers, 125 minerals, 125 gas. Catz with the 3 lava at the start has spammed out a few more drones earlier, but he's of course going to have to slow down his production in a moment in order to get that Overlord. QXC goes for the depot nice and early, making sure he is nowhere near being supply blocked. I'm not sure if he cut any production to do that. I don't think he did, because it's just, you know, you have the extra minerals at the start here, so you can basically, even with the 5 worker start, which would normally be a very slow start, you start with 125, which is enough money for an extra 1.5 workers. So it kind of balances things out quite nicely in that regard. Now, QXC could go for a couple of early Reapers. I actually would like to see early Hellions instead of Reapers, because Catz will be able to afford Ling Speed immediately off this 100 gas. And yeah, getting out like an early Marine would be... What? He's double dickheading him. I'm sorry, guys. If you aren't familiar, this is the double dickhead. It is a double drone harass. He's just going to play economically behind it, but he is trying to panic QXC, throw him off his game, especially after the last game where drone harass led into a bunch of Zerglings. Now, the reason I call it the double dickhead is obviously those who watch my stream a lot know that whenever I send a worker across at the very start and try to be as annoying as I can with it, I've nicknamed him Captain Dickhead, because his job is just to try to be a dick. It's just to try to be annoying and frustrate your opponent. You run away, run back. Oh, you thought you could go back to mining, you silly boy? No, you can't. And drones are especially good at this for 2 reasons. Number 1, they're very good at this because, oh my god, because they regen. And number 2, because they can turn into extractors. He tried to wall him out, but he's not able to wall him out, which means you've already baited a second depot out of him, which, to be fair, he actually needed that second depot. A lot of players would forget to build that. And like, Catz has forgotten to build an Overlord. So like, in the midst of this, the double dickhead actually doesn't force that much because you want a double depot pretty early to keep up SCV production. He's making a Reaper. He's trying to save money for that orbital. He needs 150 minerals, and the orbital starts. So a little bit of missed worker production time, but Catz is supply blocked. Only now starts the Overlord, and he's going to do an extractor trick to squeeze another drone out there. Of course, you lose the supply when you build the extractor. You cancel it after you start building the drone to get yourself oversupply here as well. Thank you very much for hanging out, guys. Stalfer as well with the sub. Everyone else who's hanging out. I hope you're having a good time and you're all excited for Pigfest next weekend. The playoffs, I think, is going to be fantastic. Drones and Zerglings going around. No hatchery just yet. Oh, he's going gold base. And remember, guys, these gold bases that are meant to have half patches that are that mine out pretty fast. On this mineral layout, they don't mine out. It's not like legacy minerals. So gold bases are even more valuable. They last for a long time. But the Reaper's found it. I think the Reaper should still probably try to go to the main, but he doesn't necessarily need to. And Command Center on the high ground is one of the biggest things you need to focus on as a Terran player, I think. Something we've really noticed on this thing. He's going to go factory before Command Center. Oh, he really wants to punish it, probably with Hellions. And Catz is going to have to go Ling Speed. 17 drones against 16 SCVs. He's delayed his Command Center. He's going to build another depot. Oh, I think QXC might be delaying his Command Center too long. On the other hand, if he starts a reactor now, which he's going to, and if he can get a good Hellion dive, it's super worth. Super worth, yeah. 3rd hatchery goes down for Catz already. Wow, Catz going 3 hatchery here. He hasn't had to take gas. That's the thing. Whereas QXC, because he built the Reaper, he's had to take the gas. So I think Catz is actually optimizing this opening better than him, guys, because Catz is essentially doing a gasless build. Anytime you start with 100 or more gas, I think it does favor Zerg because you can get Ling Speed and play full gasless. Whereas QXC, if he skipped the Reaper, the reason I wanted him to skip the Reaper was specifically so that he could go straight to factory, build Hellions, and he could also play gasless. Because can you imagine if you're building Hellions and 3 command centers without taking a single gas? That's insane. Don't get me wrong, roach pressure could get you in trouble or whatever, But I just think that's such an optimized build order. Like, being able to skip the gas entirely so you are fully mining minerals the whole time would be amazing. And that's what Catz is optimizing here. Now, it's going to be, you need Zerglings. He's got no Zerglings out there. The Hellion's already here. First Hellion and Reaper, if they dive in, there is nothing defending these drones. But he doesn't know it. He doesn't know it yet. There's only 2 Zerglings out. He's starting at Spinecrawler. Dude, this is crazy. These Lings are a distraction. Catz is literally like, please follow me. Hey, your sister's fat, and I banged her, and I'm not going to pay child support. The Hellions, unfortunately for him, they do take the bait. They follow him, buying time for him to build more Zerglings, build a queen to get all this stuff going as well. Like, don't get me wrong. I love the idea for Catz there. Was it enough, though? He's got to go past. He's got to go for the drones. But here we go. Look at that. Lings coming out as well. Dude, Reaper Hellion running in as well. Oh, good choke point. Choke point management, very nice. Drones are in the open. You can't let this gold base mine as QXC. He doesn't have a 3rd command center started yet. He cannot let this mine, but he only gets 2 or 3 drones. Not that many. The Hellions do survive, though. As long as he doesn't lose the Hellions, he can come in from the left side of that mineral line at any time in the future. And 2 more Hellions here as well. So you should absolutely group these up. And Catz, he's had to overcommit to mass Zergling. If QXC trades really well defensively, he'll be good. He just needs to throw a 3rd CC down and keep up worker production in the midst of this. He's got his orbital up on his natural now. He's thinking about transferring workers. He's going to do this all off a single gas. Viking comes out. It's queued up to clean up the overlords. Pretty damn good play by QXC, who realizes these Lings are going to keep trying to hit his natural. He's going to gather for a moment, get his macro situated, and then he's going to think about hitting that gold base yet again. And like I said, if he goes around the left side, dodges the spine, these guys are exposed. Catz, 33 workers right now, stuck on mass Zergling production. Very little creep. He's got 4 queens. He's trying to get this creep out in this direction. But remember, these rocks block you from getting straight there. That's going to be something that's very abusable. Bunker goes up as well as 2 more barracks, playing a bit more 2 base heavy rather than 3 base heavy as QXC. And this is going to be a really weird game from here. Because if these aliens can roast 4 or 5 more workers, I don't think QXC is behind anymore. And I don't know if the gold base gambit has really paid off. 3 drones go down. Hellions, yes, they get jumped on by the Zerglings, but they kind of welcome it. 3 Hellions go down. Maybe not the best Hellion starter step for QXC. I wouldn't say it's an amazing trade for Catz either, but Hellions, of course, are meant to counter Zerglings. These are his last 3 Hellions. Catz is committing really hard to get map control. Catz is like, I am done being the defender. And look at that. He gets us around a 1. Well done. But with a bunker. Oh my gosh, where are the Marines? The Marines aren't here. Okay, the Marines are here. Dude, where's the SCVs? SCVs need to get pulled. Hellions getting surrounded. Oh my gosh, Catz YOLOing. Catz says, you only live once. Yeah, boy, let's go. He forgot. This is something that people that YOLO all the time forget, guys. And this is something I should explain to people in the chat, because I've seen the way you guys play on ladder. I've watched. I have observed. Now, this is something very few of you have thought of, but if you really think hard about it, what's the next logical consequence of you only live once? What is something that's inextricably tied to that whole saying? Is it maybe you only die once as well, you frigging morons? Catz dives in there. You don't get to try again. You don't get to, no, you live once, you also only die once. There's a reason why you want to play it safe sometimes. People like the whole YOLO phrase, if you think about it, it's fundamentally brain damaged. That's the nicest word I can use to describe it. Like you're like, well, you're YOLO, man. You only live once. You're like, yeah, you only die once too, idiot. You've just friggin' countered your own point, you absolute donkey. Viking over there is going to find some overlords, which is pretty nice. These Marines on the low ground being what many Zergs would describe as dickheads, but they're actually being really effective. Dude, I love the way QXC finds angles like this. Very old school, very like small scale tactics, mastery. And he's on 3 barracks now, a factory and a starport, single eBay. So he can kind of do a protracted sort of 2 base all in into a delayed 3rd command center that's just now starting. And I think because the gold base has been getting denied, it's super worth. But oh, the queens come forward. Nice surround. Good engage for Catz. Gets rid of the medevac finally. I think that medevac still paid for itself. Units lost stab still looking pretty good for QXC. Who's going 2nd eBay, armory, 4th and 5th barracks. Like, he's getting all the pieces that you need for a longer game. The Marines run away from the bunker. Catz once again YOLOs. But the Marines, very slippery. Oh, you could tell they lubed themselves up before going out of that base. I think, once again, that's an okay trade for QXC. It's a lot of Zerglings going down, man. And Catz, where's his carapace? Okay, he does go 1-1 upgrades. One thing I was definitely missing from TLO earlier on in his series versus Scarlet was more carapace upgrades. But, oh. Here we go. Marines dropped in the main. QXC, dude. Keeping it active. Just keeping the activity level. Oh, he's going for the spawning pool. That's a spawning pool snipe, I think. You gotta be careful of the spore. Spore does 20 damage a shot now. Remember, it is the Giga Chad spore, guys. Marines are gonna start trading on the Zerglings. They gave up on the spawning pool, but that's still a good drop. And remember, there's no Spire, no Hydrogen. He's gonna throw a Hydrogen down in front of the Marine drop. Cat's just like, whatever, let's just shut this down. This gold base has been a bit of a thorn in my own side. It says he's got 6 out of 12 workers there, guys. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that number's not working correctly above the hatchery for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say, yeah, that's not really right. Has it been like that for the whole game? No, that's 11. That's 11 or now 10. This one? No, that's 14. Uh-oh. Whoa, hot pickup there. Looks like some Widowmine splash damage on his own Marines. Cat's going YOLO mode on the mass Zergling. And QXC does need to get a heavy Marine ball up to deal with this. And more Zerglings getting aggroed in. Redrop in the main base, but oh, you gotta be careful, the Mass Queen. I mean, that's actually nice. He pulls the medevac back, which saves the most valuable unit, and he takes down a lot of the Queens. No transfuses! Oh, Catz drops the ball. Yes, he gets rid of the Marines, but he loses like 6 Queens. He's only on 55 drones. And this is what I'm saying, man. When Catz is dictating what's happening, it kind of looks like QXC can't compete with him. When he's screwing in with him with these burrow proxy hatch mechanics. And then the moment QXC gets control, dropping, macroing, attacking, macroing. Remember, QXC's famous phrase as a pro gamer when he was at his height, when he was one of the best Terrans in the world, was, if you're not attacking, you're probably losing. Just referring to Starcraft in general. He was kind of like, you know, like, if you're attacking, you're in control, you get to choose where things happen. And I think he was one of the first players to, like, be so aggressive in the foreign scene and realize the advantages it gave. But with no Widowmines here, oh, God, that's so many Banelings. He's got to spread. I mean, he's spreading well. And there's not enough Zerglings to capitalize. Dude, did you guys just see that? Catz just unzipped his Banelings, pulled it out, ran into the room, started wiggling it around. Everyone ran away from him like he was radioactive. They all spread and started like spraying him with cans of bug spray and shit. And he just went, ah, damn, I don't have enough Zerglings to actually capitalize. And you just saw him kind of like run backwards, zip it back up and try to run out of the room. That was a very embarrassed Baneling disengage there. And one where he's going to maybe, looks like send these off to a counter, maybe go roll in on this side, try to blow up the SCVs over there. You need a lot of Zerglings with upgrades to actually do the damage if they spread that well. So kind of crazy. Kind of crazy to see that fight go that way. 66 SCVs against 59 drones. Viking going down the left side. Marines on the right side. Dude, the creep schlong on this right side is actually... Look at the shape of this, guys. It's... Come on. Catz. He did this on purpose. You can see the tip getting close to QXC's third base right there. Some people were enjoying a very kosher show match. But sorry, guys. I'm just... Come on. Look at the mini-map. And oh, the boys running down to the tip, getting ready to... eject themselves towards the Terran third base. Oh my God. And he's going to shoot. He's going to shoot. Oh no. QXC, run. Oh no, the SCVs. Oh, good spready. Dude, QXC's still got it. Dude, look at that spready on the play. He's still going to lose a lot, but a lot of Banelings left to sacrifice. A lot of Hydras come in though. Where's the rest of the bio? Did he just lose like a bunch of drops or something? Where'd the rest of his bio go? Okay, he's got a drop in the main, but dude, he's not enough drop. QXC's production was maybe a bit too light, maybe missing some Marine rounds or something. He's on 2-1 against 1-1. The drop in the main is going to do critical damage. If he can hang on, he loses the 4th command center that was building, but he's got to save this. But he doesn't have the numbers. He doesn't have the numbers. He's trying to build tanks, more Marines. Oh man, can this drop get him back in this game? Maybe? I don't know, dude. Catz's gold base has got, oh, the flow on of this gold base, even though it didn't pay off early because it just keeps mining, is actually giving Catz the numbers to compete with what I really thought was QXC's superior macro in this series. I thought his macro was a bit better, but it feels like his army's been a bit too small. Maybe split his army up a bit too much. He's still trading better, but he's going to have to stutter step here. Stutter step. Oh no, the Marines get left out front. The Banelings get some good connections, and that's a lot of his DPS. He doesn't have a lot of Marines. He's very Marauder heavy. He's playing triple tech lab. He's building 3 Marauders at a time, not many Marines. The tank's trying to siege on the front line. The Hydras are unupgraded. They've got crew spines, but not movement. 1 tank will go down, but you know what? A few good tank shots. And I think with the medevacs, these Marauders should be able to... Oh, wait, like 10 more Hydras just came in. These Hydras with no movement speed. This is so close. If QXC can hang on, though. Catz is surprisingly all in. Surprisingly all in right now. Dude, Catz supply is plummeting. He's got a lot of minerals in the bank. He's got to pull out. Catz has got to pull out and spend his money. But he got distracted by that drop. QXC hangs on. QXC still on 48 workers. He can transfer over to his third. His main started losing a few mineral patches because of all the muling. Dude, he holds on. He's got 3-3 and concussive on the way. He does have, how many reactors? 3 reactors and 2 tech labs? 3 tech labs. So he can build 6 Marines and 3 Marauders at a time. He's going for a very tanky army comp, which is a little bit less Baneling fragile, which is good. But it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Both players spamming their mines out with their clicky clackies. This is awesome, dude. Marine Marauder on the right side. Oh, and QXC says, get your tip away from my third base. Gives him a little bit of the old cision there. An incision. Get your minds out of the gutter, Twitch chat. What? Definitely incision. That's what I meant for sure. 8 more drones on the way. Catz still has more map control. He's taking a 5th, and he's going to go up into the 70s of the workers. QXC on just 59 workers will struggle, but where's his army, dude? I just feel like his bio count lacking marine production is the biggest problem right now for QXC. The Banelings hitting the SCVs. He can't afford to lose it. Mass repair! The mass repair! The mass repair is hype. He saves it. He saves it. He saves the command center. Dude, Catz thought he was getting edged, but he was actually getting blue balled the entire time. And also, this is why he had so few units, because a double drop on the left side is going to move forward over there, clear up the creep on that side as well. Katz's entire tip just got shaved off on the creep. He's still got this big cojones hanging out in the middle, though. He's still got the 2 side creep spreads. And I think QXC should probably just try to hide in the corner somewhere. I don't know how much dead space there is, but, you know, as long as you stay out of vision for a little while, Catz probably won't check everywhere. Oh. Or will he? So close. So close, but he doesn't check everything. And the rest of the shaft is now getting sliced down as well. Oh, but he finds it. But wait, the drop's actually got enough Marine Marauder to kill the Hydras, potentially. 3-3 against 2-2. Remember, the Hydras don't have any attack upgrades. +1 about to come in for them. And I think QXC needs to run these guys away. He's going to try and distract in the middle, but there's a lot of creep. That's a lot of creep, man. I don't know if he has enough scans to deal with all this. He's building a new 4th command center. He's making a lot of bio. 3-3 is done. He's going to snipe the 5th base, which is good. A lot of army committing to the top left. QXC is going to try to multi-prong, but that means these guys are left out. It's a bit of a Honmono over here, guys. The bio will trade okay against the Zergans, but the Hydras are going to clean up most of it. 1 dropship does survive. Over on the right side, Baneling's coming in. He's got to spread the Marines. The Marines especially. The Marauders we don't care about too much getting hit by the Banes. And a good hot pick up there as the Hydra Ling comes in. He sniped the hatchery. He's going to drop the main. QXC going full multitasking mode. He drops in behind the 3rd. He's already in the main base as well. Hydra Queen does snipe down the drop, but over in the natural, Marine Marauder gunning down the Zerglings that are coming in. 3-3 is pretty good. And these Marauders might not have the same damage output, but they're incredibly tanky. It's time to go, though. QXC's got to get out. He picks up. Does he get out? Does he get out? He saves most of the units, and he will fly away. There's still 1 Marauder at the 3rd base. The Queens and the drones struggle, but they finally take it down. QXC needs to go home and group his whole army up, I think. This being out here is so risky, but QXC is leaning into the chaos, and he's saying, Paulo, you can't keep up with me, mate. You can't keep up with Kevin, Mother Truck, and Riley. Let's go. And actually, he sends most medevacs home, leaves that there as a double drop. Not a bad move at all. Hydra's trying to chase, but they don't have the lunge upgrade. They are not hive upgraded. And a good boost to get out of trouble. Tanks and libs coming in as well. I feel like QXC's really geared up for the late game now. This has been so friggin' back and forth and close, man. Is this really Catz? I haven't seen an ultra drop yet today. I apologize, chat. I will own up to it. I will admit I have cheaped out on this show match. Catz said he wanted $16. I countered with an offer of 1/2 of his Domino's order for dinner tonight. He said that wasn't enough. I said, deal breaker, I can replace you with AI. So these are actually not really QXC and Catz. I did replace these both with AI players. I think they're doing a pretty good job so far of pretending. It's not exactly the same, but as you guys know, I don't really believe in paying artists, creators, pro StarCraft players, or humans for something that an AI can replicate, even if it is only 10% as good. So just part of my whole kind of ethical mindset about why AI should actually get paid all the money and humans don't need jobs. Stop complaining, you poor peasants. Why are you guys always complaining? Oh, I need people to give me money, even though an AI does my job for me. Like, come on, guys. Stop being such whiny bitches. Does snipe the lurk and then bio running forward, dude. The crazy bio pushes on creep against Banelings. QXC has zero fear. This man is a proper Chad Gamar, dude. He is a proper Chad Gamar. He's just pushing, not giving a crap. He's expanding to the left and the right at the same time. If he can start inching his tanks forward, that'll be good. But he's not got the watchtower right now. I really worry. This is a dangerous move, not having the tower. That army's right there. You got to siege these tanks. Oh my god, he does siege the tanks. I think it's a good fight for him, though. Bad angle for Catz. Catz quickly withdraws. Catz has 27 Hydralisks, guys. Now, people often ask me, they say, Pig, how many Hydras is too many? And I go, do you have over 12? And they say, yes. And I say, GG. No, obviously, in this matchup, I think it's a bit less than against Protoss. Usually it's a little bit more. 27, you really need to split the army up. and have them fighting in different areas so they're not all just stuck behind each other. It's 137 army supply for Terran, only 72 for Zerg. Catz needs, I would say, some infestors, lurkers, things that have big turnaround power in this game to turn this game around. Command center is going to go down on that side. Nice tank lib fire to get some damage on the Hydra Bane. This base is really just a gas mining base now, not that important for Catz. And Catz probably needs to think about that top left side. We are maxed as QXC as he starts building another command center. I don't think losing the 5th is too important for QXC either. Mass 18 lurkers are morphing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Uh-oh. Dude. This is either going to work really well for Catz or really bad. I don't know which one. The bio comes forward. QXC cutting down the banelings. He's got such a marauder-heavy army. He's already really well set up to gun down lurkers if he pre-spreads, but he's not really spreading very well. He needs another scan. Oh, he's taking a lot of damage from these lurkers. Meanwhile, lurker harassed behind the 3rd. Oh! Juicy Lucy spines right up those SCV's insides, but the lurkers were already pretty damaged, so the bio can just stim, scan, A-move, deal with it. Oh my gosh, get out. Oh, the lurkers come in, but he does get the hatchery and he pulls away. Okay, at this point, guys, you send these guys home, not just for shore leave, send them back for good. They've done a lot. They're heroes. Get them off the front line immediately and let them go back to the hospital and heal up. These guys all are like World War I, been in the trenches for 3 years straight, gangrene, half of one of my foot's hanging off. I've got scurvy from the crappy food. And there's just so many weird bacterial infections, as well as the stomach bug I've got from surviving on rat meat for the last 3 years of my life. Bio taking big damage to the lurkers, but the tank does really well. Tank's outrange there. This bio's healed up a bit. The medevac slowly getting them back into fighting shape. Widowmine on the left side, burrowing there as well. QXC really maintaining map dominance. And Catz is getting shut out of this game. I can't believe it, dude. QXC. It feels like in the early game, Catz needs to really carry that momentum a little bit harder. Because QXC's macro and his positioning, he's still got like these fundamentals of spreading out these big pushes, splitting off drops, expanding, macroing, microing. All of his instincts as one of those, you know, all-time great players in the early years of StarCraft 2. That memorable all-kill of Incredible Miracle being probably his crowning achievement, even though he did do very well in a lot of other tournaments as well. That's just the one which no one could believe at the time. Nice drop on top of the Queens. Remember, the Queens all got killed earlier by a Marine drop. This time they get killed by a Marauder drop. Catz does take out 1 or 2 medevacs, but losing all of his Queens. That's a deadly move. Mass Hydra in the main. Going to try and defend this. QXC needs to pick up, not into the red hit point medevac. And yeah, leaves a few guys behind, but at least he saves a medevac's worth of units. Bio, Widowmine running down the right side. Lurkers say, no way, mate. No way, Jose. Marine Marauder running forward as well. Tank fire in the low ground. Gold base is going to get denied. Catz has the top left, so he's still mining. There's still hope, but he needs fungal. If he could fungal armies like this, I really feel like Infestor Lurker could kind of screw up QXC a bit, because then QXC is going to have to actually rely on his siege units moving a bit further forward, where he's getting so much damage with just bio and medevacs there as well. No one pee in my garden for nothing, your choice. Dead hand. Okay, so I do notice a pattern. Some people in Twitch chat, they do like to kind of talk to themselves in chat. You tagged me in that one, so I read it. I can't say I understand what you're saying, what language it is, what reality you're in, or what hard drugs you enjoy. And, well, to be fair, I do. It's probably all of them, let's be honest. But there is such a thing, ladies and gentlemen, as too many psychedelics, especially before watching some StarCraft. If you guys want to find out more about that, you're watching this on YouTube down the line, don't forget, twitch.tv/x5_pig. You can read my Twitch chat and feel like a superior specimen of humanity, even if you really are only in the bottom 12%. There's always going to be someone who's just like, you pee in my garden? Why, but when you do that with the thingy-mabob? And I'll be like, what? And they'll be like, but when did you pee in my garden? You know, you're part of the conspiracy with the garden gnomes. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Who's garden gnomes? Barry? Yeah, I love Barry. I'm good friends with you, Barry. We've been developing a conspiracy to take over your home after undermining your government in your garden for the last 6 months. I hope you don't mind those voices you hear in the walls. That's me and Barry planning your demise, guy in the chat. Sorry, is this mean, guys? I shouldn't really be... yeah, I should respect... schizophrenia is serious. I'm sorry, guys. I appreciate the love. Thanks for watching. Mental illness is hard. There's a lot of it in my family. I gotta make fun of it. Sorry. Anyways, that was a decent hold for Catz, but he already took a lot of damage, losing the hatchery. He's way down in supply. The income way too far ahead for QXC as well. Tank's taking some damage. Hydra's coming in, and I hope we're all having a good time. Hydra Ling coming in. What's going on? Hydra's doing some damage. Marauders, Marines there hanging out as well. Lurker's trying to rotate. Tank is sieged on that side. Sorry guys, I think QXC had this in the bag, but looking at this, I mean, we've seen some crazy comebacks today. Hold on, hold on. Bio running forward, Bio running forward. Bio, oh my gosh, you can't run from the Bio, bro. They inject their drugs, it makes them run faster, it makes them pull their trigger faster. He holds fire until the last second, gets a few good lurker volleys. Of course, Catz. Catz is the one guy who's going to use hold fire in such an intense moment. These guys, I think, also have hold fire activated, so he's purposely, they won't fire until he gives them an order to start shooting. Even if they get attacked, they will not respond. See? No, okay, those weren't on hold fire. Never mind. And they get a few good shots off, so not too bad. These ones, I think he's probably just still got them on free firing mode since QXC knows they're there. You only really want to put them on hold fire when it's a surprise, right? You put them in a weird position. Shout out to Cyril. I still think has pulled off the biggest lurker hold fire move of all time when he was playing 2v2 with Oliveira against Maru and Solar in the WTL World Team League 2v2 match. If anyone can find a link to that, link it up in the Twitch chat or in the comment section. That was such an insane lurker trap in that game, because there's nothing like it at 2v2 when you guys are getting hammered and you bring like 15 lurkers around, put them on hold fire, and Maru moves his entire maxed army over them, and at the last second, Cyril says, release the spies. And it kills a maxed out Terran army in like 5 seconds. It was one of the craziest hold fires I've ever seen, because in the chaos of a 2v2, you don't notice it happening as well, so you don't react as fast. Nice drop down the left side. He's going for Widowmine drops. Joke's on Kevin. Catz doesn't actually have that many drones for the Widowmines to kill anymore, so it's hard to find a good target for those Widowmine drops. Oh, there's still a lurker just out of range. That tanks are just not quite in range of this. Gonna have to A-move them over there and do another scan. What was Maru's reaction? Well, Maru's reaction is somewhere between this and... So, like, basically, like, shocked, like, nonchalant Maru is like... And then shocked Maru is like... If you couldn't see the difference, you'll be excused. Maru very occasionally shows much reaction. He might have actually... I can't remember the reaction, actually. Maybe he did react to that one. Hydra Lurker on the right side. Widowmine still going off. Dude, this game is utter chaos. Catz is just cockroaching right now. La Cucaracha right now. Yeah, he's just trying to survive, dude. Oh my gosh. I guess it would be El Cucaracha. La Cucaracha would be female, right? I think that's like the... Or it would be like the feminine version, I think, is La, right? Like La Nina and El Nino, right? I think I'm getting that right. My Spanish is pretty bad. Don't know if you guys picked up on that. Hydras come forward. I mean, Catz is winning these battles, but look, there's still an army on the other side. The hatch, he can't kill the command centers with the planetaries on it. The Bio, the Lib coming forward, the Medivacs as well. So El Cucaracha, Catz right now, playing like a proper savage, man. But at the end of the day, QXC's macro is just too good. Too good, dude. Even the double dickhead for Catz in the opening. Not enough to throw QXC off his build. Didn't get supply blocked. Happy to deny his bases. I just, dude, his macro is still on point. He's still got it, dude. The scouting SCV comes in and starts fighting 28 minutes in the game on that right side base. This game is a banger. The series in general looking really good. At this point, of course, we are just waiting for QXC to find a way to finish it, which is really hard versus Zerg, who's sticky, kind of hanging around in there, refuses to give up ground, keeps putting lurkers and creep around and little ambushes on the watchtowers. Like, it's hard to find the weak point, but Catz is like, okay, I'm out of resources. I really don't have any more play. So we will throw in the towel there. QXC up 2-1. All right, guys. 5 workers start, 50 minerals, 200 gas. The gas on this series, we just keep rolling high for the gas. Another 5 workers start. So what I did is, because I realized that like 3-4 workers is broken, but 5 is fine, right? With the supply counts here, without it being too Zerg favored or anything. So I actually realized you will get a little more supply blocked here, one worker less, but that's fine, right? I don't think it matters too much. So basically, I said if I roll in that bottom range twice in a row, then I would just do 5 workers. And twice in a row, we rolled 4s, 3s, 2s. So I'm like, okay, we're just going to do 5 workers. Is this because I'm a little biased towards the low worker count starts? Because I think it just totally messes the game dynamic up and makes the games a bit more unpredictable? Yes. If it was a 7, a 9, an 11, a 12, though, I absolutely would have done it. And I will stick to that for the next one. We will 90% allow the dice to describe it, right? And make it going. We've just gone on a bit of a nostalgia trip there. We were talking about everyone's favorite young adult fiction books. People were bringing up, you know, Hatchet and stuff. And I was saying, Hatchet, great book. Read it many times as a kid. But the real goated one was Redwall. And I love that chat's going off on that. I can't... Is there not been, like... how has there not been, like, a Netflix... or something like this, or Amazon Prime high-budget Redwall cartoon adaptation yet? I think there might have been some like old low-budget Redwall cartoon, but how has there not been like a really good Redwall adaptation? I don't even know. Anyways, we are playing Whirlwind, guys. You guys let me know why people... I mean, yeah. They should make a good animated Redwall series. Redwall's great. Redwall, the food descriptions were definitely amazing. You're like 30% of those novels are just the animals feasting in their big chapel or whatever it is, and the food. You're just like, damn, these animals live good, dude. They're just eating pies all the time and tarts and friggin' sweets and stuff. You're like, damn, this is the life. That's all they. Yeah. Oh, Roachhorn. He's gonna do the. I mean, he's got 200 gas. Can't resist. But it is a hatch. So it's pool hatch Roachhorn coming down. This is gonna be cool, guys. You'd have to start it with Martin the Warrior. Yeah. Someone was saying like Salamanstrom and whatever. It's like, that's much later, right? That's Badger stuff, yeah? I don't think there was as much Badger stuff early on in the series, though. Who knows? Maybe I read it completely out of order. There was normally like one Badger hanging out at the Abbey or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, Reaper's coming forward, guys. It is Reaper into Fast Hellion on 1 base. QXC's been really embracing the like 1 basey openings into the macro afterwards. I think he's doing well with it. I would have liked to see that SCV loop around because this does lure the Reaper away from the Zerg base, which means these Roaches are going to have a bit more of a head start. One of the big problems QXC's had, I don't think anytime Roach pressures come, he's had a bunker ready. If he can spot this on this giant map early enough and realize there's Roaches coming... Oh, he's going to run up the ramp into the Roaches, but you can survive 4 hits. Oh, the 4th hit barely gets down. If he starts a bunker right now, he can defend the natural or cancel the command center. He's building a reactor. He doesn't have any gas. Oh, gosh. He doesn't have any gas. Oh, gosh. Yeah, he's going to try and get the command center up and lift it to the high ground, but I don't think it finishes in time. I could be wrong. 4 Roaches coming. The Hellion's going to counterattack, which could do some really nice counter damage. And this is, what, 20 seconds? 30 seconds. There's no way. He should have canceled the command center and immediately rebuilt on the high ground. QXC not giving it up, though. He's never going to give you up, but he's going to get roached down. Catz is going to put his vomit roaches around you. Roaches diving in there, and yep, about 90% complete on the command center. Maybe 85. Not enough. Nowhere near enough. It's like, what, 80% complete? It's more like 80, yeah. Does have to cancel, rebuild on the high ground, but it's not a small commitment for Roaches this early. I think it's playable for QXC. He's making 3 Ravages, so he's going to harass the front. The Hellion, dude, I love this. The single Hellion's actually doing so much for QXC. Oh, he gets a double shot on those drones. He gets another double shot. Can he finish them? Oh, 4-kill Hellion, dude, that's sick. But look at this, the Overlord spotting the high ground. Oh, there's no answer for QXC right now. He's trying to build a tech lab. He's got to start depots. He needs to build like 3 depots behind his base because these are going to get knocked down. Dude, you can't abandon the bunker. You can't abandon the bunker. You have to just accept that you're going to lose. Like, the barracks will have to lift eventually probably as well. Oh, you got to repair the bunker. Oh, this is tough. It's 4 Ravages. That's a big commitment, dude. Catz mining a lot of gas to make this happen. Catz did lose 4 workers. And that reactor's going to go down. The barracks is going to be burning. And an extra SCV will come to repair the barracks. Hopefully he can keep the reactor alive for the future. Trying to build a Banshee, but he's a bit too slow building these depots. You gotta realize when you lose those depots how costly that is. That's why I said you gotta build like 3 depots to make that up. Sorry guys, actually a correction there. Twitch chat has told me I've been pronouncing it wrong. Apparently it's depots. Okay guys, if you really want to go down that lane. No one actually said that. Sometimes I get an urge to basically be the worst caster of all time and basically just be like, the Zealot Archon is going to push. But the question is, can the Ravagers shoot their biles across this chasm? There's, I don't know about you guys. This is one of my, I know I talk about this every now and then. I occasionally have a rant. But there are certain words that fantasy and sci-fi nerds do not know how to say at a prodigious rate, right? You guys let me know your short list of words. For me, chasm is the biggest one. I remember the first time I went to play Warhammer with people other than like my direct friends. And I went to like a community hall group week up on like a Sunday where people, I went there and we were setting up the terrain, and this 40, 50-year-old man I was playing against, I was like 12, and he's like, oh yeah, I think we'll just put the chasm here in the middle. And I just like had like a friggin', like a little brain. I was like, what? Like I started spasming a little bit because my brain was short-circuiting, because like I was still young enough that I thought adults were like all knowing and smart and stuff. And this guy just called a fucking chasm a chasm. And I was like, did he just say that? Like, I was like, I think it's called chasm. And he's like, what? No, I think it's chasm. And I was like, no, pretty sure. And he asked someone else, and they're like, it's definitely chasm. And he's like, oh, guess I've never said that one out loud. And I was like, what? But then over the years, I've learned that that's a very common one, chasm. Zealot is something that I'm pretty sure Artosis was unironically saying until he was commentating Starcraft. I could be wrong on that. I don't know. I feel like I've heard Artosis say Zealot too many times for it to be a joke. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dan. There's a bunch of different ones. You guys know my worst ones are actually this unit here, which I've only discovered after StarCraft 2 came out. So you guys know there's a word called ravage, right? And ravage means to like destroy something, to completely frig it up, right? So this unit is called the Ravager. So that just made logical sense where they got the name from to me. For a lot of people, to this day, I see this on a daily basis. People say, Pig, how do I stop a Revanger Ling push? And it's not a typo, because I've double checked. Or Revenger. It's either Revanger or Revenger. More often it's Revenger. That's true. Sorry, correction from someone who a good mate, Ryan, in the chat, who I called out for this exact same thing when we were on voice one time, and he's like, oh, yeah, the Revengers keep getting me. And I was like, the what? He's like, the Revengers. I was like, what do you think what word? Do you think it's because they get revenge? Is that where the name comes from? Because they get revenge for the other units dying? And people are just like, oh yeah. And he's like, I'm saying it right. It is a Revenger because it gets revenge. I'm like, you're so wrong. Let me guess. Because of the Mutalisks that are coming out, what does he need to build, guys? Is it a missile torrent? Because that's the number one. I still have a friend to this day. I am going to play board games with him tomorrow, and he still calls them missile torrents. I correct him regularly, and then a week later, we'll be talking about something, and there's a lot of the different video games we play that have different turrets in it, and he'll be like, oh, I need to build some more torrents. And I'm like, what is a torrent? Like a wave? Like a torrent? Like the horse you ride in Elden Ring? Like a file that you pirate and download off the Pirate Bay? A torrent? That's not. This is a turret. You know the thing on the edge of a castle you put guys with arrows and ballistas on there? It's a turret. It's a turret. And he'll be like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. And then a month later, he'll say torrent again. And I'm like, what's wrong with your brain? Stop! Anyways, apologies to these players. They're playing a banger TVZ right now, and I'm kind of ignoring it to rant about words. Third command center's over on the right side, guys. We've got double engineering bay there. Armory will probably go down in a little bit. 5 barracks production's up. Feels like Catz has momentum, but it is Roach momentum, and his worker count's not that high. So I feel like this is one of these classic TVZs where if QXC can get a few more tanks out, he's got to keep that factory producing. He needs those factory. If he can get like 3 tanks before the push comes, I think he'll be good, but I don't think he's going to give him time. Catz is just going to go before the 1-1 upgrades are ready, before the tanks are out here. And this is such a wide open map. The tanks aren't even over at the 3rd yet. Good starter step on the Marines, but he's going to have to pull the SCVs to hold this. And that's not something you want to have to do, but I think he has to pull the workers. He has to pull the workers to defend this. The Marines coming out in the open. The tank unsieges to try to get over here to defend. Beautiful push timing here for Catz. The Muta back into the Roaches makes it really difficult for Catz. Catz is going to try to pick up some units and save them, but the tank goes down on the left side. And we're going to see how it goes. Now, someone in chat was saying one of their favorite words, guys, is cache, and people don't know how to say it. That's actually a word that's just pronounced differently depending on where you are in the world. Now, I get you guys call it a cache, but remember, cache is something you give a hooker to touch your junk, okay? That's cache. That's Americans are objectively saying this wrong. You guys suck. It's a cache. It's a cache, okay? Yeah. You mean a cache? A cache? That's two different words. That's, oh yeah, I stuck me money away in my cache. Yeah. Is it roof or rough? What? Okay, what about cliche, guys? Cliche, yeah? Is it a cliche? Are they roofies or roughies? They're definitely roofies. Or a forget-me-now, as we like to call them. Is it a cliche? Guys, QXC is outnumbered. I think Catz has just played a really solid game here. He's got the 4th base coming up. Gases as well. Hive also. 5th base coming in as well. Good stuff. Niche is the funny one. Yeah, you guys say niche. No, I think like half of America, 1/3. It's a small set. It's a part of America says niche. And that's just like actually a dialectical thing. So you can't actually say that's calling it wrong, even though I will still make that argument that it's very dumb and it's clearly niche. But it is what it is. Which is funny because normally I argue against pronouncing things in a sort of Frenchy way or an Italian way. I normally like you guys know how you guys say filet. We say fillet in the UK and Australia. We just say, oh yeah, got a friggin' nice, beautiful beef fillet here. Nice chicken fillet. Nice fish fillet. You know what? You might be like, well, but that's ridiculous, pig. But I mean, then you would call it a fillet o' fish. And obviously you don't do that. And I go, that's right, mother trucker. When I was 8 years old, my favorite McDonald's hamburger, and that's right, we call it a burger as well, not a sandwich. It was a fillet o' fish. How do you like them apples? That's right. Yeah, you can go, if you guys ever come to Australia, add that to your list of things to do. Or the UK, you can do it as well. If you want to go to McDonald's and order a fillet o' fish, just to feel what I'm sure feels very wrong for you guys, but feels ever so right for us. Medevac flying away here. QXC is fighting back. Dude, if QXC gets back in this game, this is going to be a comeback of epic proportions. I better talk about it. His army supply is catching up against a mostly Roach Ravager army. The scary thing is the Vipers, but they're not here yet. If he can siege these tanks, he can defend this choke point. Uh-oh, tanks aren't siege, QXC. He's distracted in the top left side right now, and that's a problem. He's got enough bio, though. If those tanks can get away from the bios, which they can. Oh, yeah, good hold, man. Great hold. Gets a beautiful tank volley on the departing Roaches. Medevac does lose its ingredients. Ingredients? Is that what we're calling the units inside a Medevac? Well, I guess sometimes if you look at a package, you can see its contents, right? Like, it's what makes it up. And that's kind of like the ingredients, I guess. So in my mind, I was like, anything you put in a Medevac is the Medevac's ingredients. Is that allowed, guys? Are we allowing me to do this? Or are we going to veto that in future commentary? You guys let me know. More Roaches building. 2-2 upgrades on the way as well. Dude, I can't believe QXC is still alive. And remember, Heart of the Swarm minerals. So these take a while to mine out. It's 14 minutes. And he's still got minerals very fresh on his natural. His main's only now mining out. If he can lift his main out to a 4th or get a 4th up, he could max out. He's got 2-2 upgrades. So he's actually slightly ahead on the upgrades, but Catz, it's the Vipers, man. The Vipers could be what I would refer to as day-ruining units. And you know what's really cool? QXC doesn't really push with his tanks that much. He plays a little bit like Alpha Star. If you guys ever watched Alpha Star's Terran, it was super brain damaged, but super effective. It basically would just expand and make nothing but Marines, tanks, and Medevacs. And it would always leave like half its Marines and all its tanks at home. And it would just drop with Marines and basically rely on people not being able to break tank positions or defend drops. Oh, those ducks are brutal, Catz. And he's got the Infestor there, dude. Fungal could be pretty nice. I think he's got all the units on the same hotkey, though, so we had to tab over. Finally finds that tab key. Infestor's up front, does get gunned down. Doesn't feel like the Roach Ravager is really convincing against the bio, even though he killed all the tanks before the fight started. Dude, QXC, he's getting back in this. QXC times the top. He gets a base snipe. Dude, he defends the Roach Ravager. I think he killed 2 of the Vipers and the Infestor as well. Oh my god. Catz has stayed on Roaches too long. He should have gone Hydras. Catz was the OG guy who would not go Hydras to get his Vipers faster, which is a really good move, especially in ZVZ. But it does mean your output, your damage output's not quite there. Your +2 carapace isn't there, Viper. No parasitic bomb available. No parasitic bomb available. And he's diving the bottom. QXC is getting his mojo going. Guys, can we out there milk QXC, please? I'm just saying, A man who's been this inactive in StarCraft for this long, coming back and playing like this is insane. I feel like if we could milk this man, we could sell it as some sort of like, you know, like fitness influencer products. What do they call those? Like, that basically for StarCraft. I'd just be like, dude, I get, like, give you like a vial, 8 mils of nipple milk from this man. You'll get plus 1,000 MMR and learn how to macro like a friggin' beast. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, nipple milk, not the other sort of milk, you weirdos. Come on, man. We're talking supplement territory, not straight up scams. I mean, obviously the other milk doesn't make you better at StarCraft. Anyways, bio in the top. We've got the bio down the bottom. Parasitic Bomb finally chases this drop off. Oh my god, that did a lot of damage, but they all do survive, so they can go home and repair. Bile's denying the command center there as well. Can you milk me? Can you milk me, Greg? Indeed. Oh no, he accidentally unloaded on the Roach Ravager. He must have queued that one up way earlier, not realizing he clicked on the minimap too far outside of his base. Marine Marauder tank coming forward. Roach, Infester, Viper. Dude, QXC still on the back foot, but he's still got what I would refer to as the bang squad up here. A whole pack of Marine Marauder that's constantly ruining Catz's economy. And Catz's income is just so much lower. He's finally rebuilt that base there, but this tank's going to go down. Oh, he's getting the move. He's been looking for it for a long time. Big biles on that command center. He doesn't quite have enough to one-shot the command center, but it's very low. The bio having to come out, only one tank fighting this, and that tank gets abducted as well, yanking that tank into the clutches of the Roach Ravager. Look at that, he's going to bile it. Oh, it's so low. It's burning. The command center is burning. Tank here on the high ground. He needs to fight. QXC needs to fight. The Roach Ravager's shoving in. Catz getting a bit of a stiffy. He's getting excited. More bio coming back, but they're not quite back just yet. The tank does go down. The Roach Ravager kind of splitting up. He went to bile the command center. He didn't quite kill it. Command center is burning down. I don't think he can repair that in time. QXC gets fungled. The Captain Infester comes in with the Omega Fungal, and I think Catz is going to keep himself alive. The command set is burning down. The Ravager Infester not quite breaking this position, but I think trading well enough with the income behind it should be good. The command center just burnt down there. You can see chunks of it falling down the crack of this map. Sorry, the chasm of this map. And QXC, he's got an army. Catz needs to pull back. Chill for a second. Catz throwing a few more units into the meat grinder. Catz, whoa, Catz needs to zip up right now. He needs to zip this one up. He does get the tank, which is nice, but a lot more roaches going down. He's got to be careful. He's got to defend the counterattack. He's got a new hatchery building in the north. He's got to defend this hatchery. That one and that one, both mining, would be huge because QXC is just now getting a fresh third. His naturals mining out. This is an issue right now. I love how on this patch, the minerals don't get smaller as they're mining out, guys, because we've modified them. So this mineral patch looks like it's like super fresh, just visually, but it's got 40 minerals left. It is about to disappear. Because we're using this this mod, the minerals are deceptive, to say the least. I want to see that run out, man, but no, we got to watch the fighting. Bio pushing in. Tank needs to siege up. Ultras. Big Daddy Ultras are here, +2 carapace. Oh, geez. Those Ultras, the Queen trying to add a bit of damage from the high ground. The Bio trying to spread, but I think there's too many of those chunky boys. Those chunky boys jumping on top. The Marauders do take down one Ultra. The other two Ultras too healthy. The Libs coming in, getting amazing damage. Oh my god, if he picks up, there's not a lot of damage in here for Catz. Dude, it's not over. I keep thinking it's over. He's gonna kill all the Ultras. No way. QXC. He says, how do you taste that freedom, boy? Yeah, welcome to the United States of Terran, mother trucker. Catz is like, I'm American as well, screw you. I'm a merry Peruvian. Is he Peruvian-American? Catz is like an American citizen, right? I think? I don't know. He's definitely a permanent resident, whatever. Anyways, either way, I feel like both of these guys love freedom and hamburgers. But it seems like the guy with the guns always wins. And this is why you don't give up your guns, you libs. You libs. There's no guns on this team. That's why they suck. I think he's got to give this base up and move to the top. I don't think he can fight here. I think if Catz gives this base up, he can probably still do well with the Ultras, but he's still building too many Roaches. So the problem Roaches are having, guys, is Roaches have the damage output of that annoying kid in the back of your class who'd always be shooting spitballs at the back of your head. Yeah, it's annoying when you're getting hit by a Roach or a Queen, but it doesn't really kill anything, right? Like don't get me wrong, people will be like, that's bullying, it's violence. And you'll be like, well, maybe, but like, it's kind of like violence, like annoying, right? It's annoying, it's frustrating. You could call it harassment. I wouldn't call Roach attacks actually having the ability to kill anything. Uh-oh. I think Catz has had an issue, guys. Bit of a conniption there. His mouse. Oh, no. His mouse just got out of its cage, guys. I think maybe wireless mouse batteries. Hot tip, anyone. Guys, if you guys... How do you guys pause? Do you guys go F10 and then you find the pause button? If you do, use the pause break button on your keyboard instead. It's better. Sorry, I thought they were both ready. I was the ref. He's breaking down now. They both said ready. That's why I went. Here we go. Oh, good. This is a big break. This is a big break. He breaks the position. The Ravagers break the libs. The Bio runs away to the planetary. Catz losing another base up there right now. QXC, I thought he was going to make an impossible comeback, but the next reinforce of units coming in, dropping his Biles all over the command center. Ultra's chasing, and it feels like finally, after I thought Catz maybe had let this game slip away a few times, is going to start to maraud over the top, which is a funny word choice because he's playing against marauders. But he is marauding right now, let's be honest. Bile fungal combo. Oh, Catz landing. A juicy combo. Yes, that's right, guys. It does. And it gets that response from me. If you land a 6 spell combo in StarCraft, I go... It's a little bit like, you know, Hannibal Lecter when he sees a young, sensitive FBI agent come into his caged area and start to entertain him. You know, give him some mind games to play. Tell him about a copycat killer. It just gets me excited in the same way a serial killer does when he has some entertainment in the prison facility. Is that weird? Some people are saying that's socially unacceptable behavior, but I'm gonna keep doing it. Guys, we're getting to game 5. We're getting to game 5. Let's go. All right, guys. We're gonna decide it all on Belt Shear Vestige, a map I have not seen in a long time. It's going to be 5 worker start, 150 minerals, 75 gas. 75 gas, I think, favors Terran a bit because you can get a Reaper. At least that's what the players seem to feel. They really want that 50. And for Zerg, it favors Zerg, the mineral start, because you can make 3 drones at the very start of the game. What in the hell? Oh my god. Catz is like, this series has gone on too long. I'm going to rebuild with 1 drone economy at home. And because I can rush out 3 workers with the lava advantage, I'm going to worker rush you. Dude. This is so dumb. This is so dumb, but it could totally work. It could totally work. Oh my god, it's going to be 9 on 9, guys. Wait, no, 8 on 9. 8 drones, 9 SCVs. Barracks hasn't even started yet. And Catz is going for broke. What are we doing? Barracks goes down. I don't think you should build a barracks. I think you have to fight. As QXC, you got to fight. But Catz might just have better drone micro than him. Oh no. He's not fighting with all of his SCVs! QXC! Oh no! Catz is cheesing him out! I think he might have this! Catz is owning! Catz is owning! Oh my god, 4 SCVs left against 6 SCVs on the map! Oh my god! Oh no! I think he's done it! Massive damage there for Catz! He's still got 3 drones alive, and the barracks had to be paused building. Remember, he's got 2 drones mining at home. All he needs to do is stop QXC from mining, and he should win. And QXC, oh, he hops on the building, hops off the building very quickly, which is actually really well done. Building the barracks isn't even important. He actually just needs to mine minerals is the main thing right now. Dude, this is crazy, because he's got a 3rd drone building versus 3 SCVs. So all you need to do is just keep distracting. He sends 1 low hit point drone home, and I think he's going to send the rest home as well, but no, he's going to leave the healthy drone here to keep being annoying. And all he wants to do is keep running around, try to avoid getting hit, just try to keep forcing the SCV on and off the building. That's all you want to do there. That's all you want to do. He's going to keep going for it. Dude, this is so crazy. Catz using the mineral start to his advantage, and admittedly, QXC blundered the hold. Just, you know, he blundered the hold. He needed to pull every SCV to fight and just shut the battle down. Because I think he thought it was only part of Catz worker line. But this is the problem with the worker start, is he probably thought that was only half of Catz workers because he's been used to playing ladder with 12 workers. His brain didn't quite compute. That's every worker except 1 of Catz. And now Catz is up 8 versus 5 with a massive advantage. Oh my god. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, QXC's held. He's got a Reaper on the way. And the spawning pool hasn't started. Wait a second. I thought he was dead. But guys, the spawning pool hasn't started. The Reaper's going to get here, like, as the spawning pool finishes, maybe before then. If this Reaper kills, like, 3 or 4 drones, it's back to even. This might actually be an issue. The 75 gas, oh my god. Oh my god. Is this fair and fair? I'm sure there's, like, 1 viewer right now who's, like, disgusted. Like, this is so stupid. I hate this. I don't know, guys. Maybe I just like new things. And I've got a higher tolerance these days for stupid and uneven, unfair BS. But this is incredible. Anyone who thinks this isn't incredible, you are missing out. Apparently, Artosis is about to raid us, which is hilarious because Artosis' channel is coming in at the end of 2 absolutely epic series on our randomizer mod. It is insane. Oh my god, his 6lings are building, but he's not ready, guys. Guys, Catz just friggin' worker rushed him and did an insane amount of damage. Oh my god, but QXC has a Reaper and there's no answer, starting with 75 gas, absolutely cracked for Terran. Dude, how did he only lose? Did he even lose a drone to the Reaper? He didn't kill a single drone! He didn't kill a single drone! Catz, double extractor trick, spore crawler trick, and runs his workers away, and QXC does not kill a single drone. I cannot believe it. Catz with the most godlike hold with spore and extractor tricks. QXC dancing up the ramp right now. He's got to get more damage. He's still down in workers. Then again, if he can deny the hatchery for a while, it's going to be a problem. Catz says, I could go a queen. Screw that. I'm going to go a roach horn. He wants to go for 3 roaches again. So for those who are just tuning in, let's give you guys a quick update. We just got a massive Artosis raid. Thank you, Dan, for the raid. Oh, no. He gets a drone. Okay, nice drone snipe there for QXC. So guys, basically, it's random worker start between 5 and 12 workers. We started with 3 and 12. We realized 5 upwards was better because it's not, we messed up the supply counts when you start with too few workers. So Zerg gets too much of a lead because they spawn with an overlord. But basically, it's 5 to 12 workers. You start with 0 to 200 minerals, 0 to 200 gas. Every game has been different. I've been rolling a dice for it in between every games. This was a 150 mineral start, and because Zerg spawns with 3 lava, Catz built 3 drones at the very start of the game and immediately pulled them all and went across the map. QXC messed up his worker micro, got wrecked in the drone versus SCV type fight, took crazy damage. I thought it was game over. But then we realized that once the barracks finished, the spawning pool was so delayed, this Reaper was going to cause crazy damage. And that Reaper now has 7 kills. 6 Zerglings, 1 drone. It's done some good damage. It sees the roaches coming, and he's going to try and buy time at home. And for the first game in this entire series, QXC will actually have a bunker ready when the roaches arrive, which he's really struggled with because we're starting with 3 workers one game. Then we were doing 7, then 8, then 12. It's been all over the place. And the entire rhythm with the different mineral and gas starts has kind of messed things up. A few things we've figured out throughout this show match has been, and the one before we did TLO versus Scarlet's Terran as well, is if you start with 100 gas, it's amazing for Zerg because you can start link speed and play full gasless. If you start with just 50 gas, it's amazing for Terran because you can get a Reaper without taking a gas. If you go basically for the 150 mineral plus start, it's amazing for Zerg because they start with 3 lava. As another drone goes down, dude, QXC's Reaper Rast has been good, but oh, he's sleeping on it, and he does lose it. Why are there Marines here? What? He's doing a Marine run by. He was trying to block the hatchery going down. I don't even know how those Marines got across the map. Guys, sorry, hold off on the ASCIIs, guys, because we do have a very active chat right now. Normally, I know I give the Artosis chat a bit of a leeway. I normally give you guys 1 minute to post spam ASCIIs, but we're going to hold it off since we are in a very intense moment of the final game of this show match right now. So the mods are there with their hammers, going to be timing those messages out. Just be careful on that. Mods are stinky and have penis breath. That is a good compliment. I think the mods appreciate it. I think they appreciate that. They're fine. Artosis channel, welcome. Welcome, guys. All right, so we've got 4 more drones. Hatchery's coming up. Command Center's on the high ground. Is this game going to reset to a normal game? Is this going to reset to a normal game? Looks like it is. 2 depots coming in. A little bit of a supply block for QXC. 23 workers been versus 18. I mean, it feels... Actually, no, the Banshee cloak is so early. Catz is kind of screwed, man. Catz is actually screwed. The roaches didn't do enough. The roach commitment, I think, was a big mistake. I think if he just went queen, got his hatchery up, he would have been fine. But I think committing to the roaches was a mistake here for Catz. It's cost him too much, and he really... taking even more drone losses. This is a problem. 9 drones to just 8 SCVs that died this game now. And this has been insane recovery. I think QXC has too much of a lead to lose now. And he's still microing the Hellion. And he gets it out, dude. That's where he's got the middle finger out the window. And he's like, oi, dickhead. Yeah, you can honk at me all you want. You're driving a crappy slow roach and you suck and I killed all your drones. You guys suck, you know. The roach is having mad road rage right now. Or roid rage, whichever one you prefer. As they are going to start to pursue. But with Banshee's already out. Marine Marauder coming in. Feels like QXC's got the lead. But don't get me wrong, we've seen so many comebacks in these series, so many just weird turns of events because the game states are so unfamiliar. And not only are the players not familiar with what's happening, we've also picked players who are old school and are more inclined towards doing crazy tech choices, weird attacks, weird different things the longer the game goes, which is, I think, partially what's resulted in such wild back and forth games today. Are you allowed to post Mario erotica? Oh, that's a tough one. I'll probably get muted. I will probably be muting them pretty quickly so that I don't get banned off Twitch, but we'll see how we go. I still don't know how. Artosis, like, dude, if Twitch mods find out that Artosis' channel exists, he's in trouble, man. Thankfully, you know, no one at Twitch cares about any version of any RTS game. Starcraft 2, Starcraft 1, or anything else, so it's all good. Extra barracks coming in. Third command center is building. Third barracks coming in as well. Hydra Den is on the way. 6 more drones building. Spore Crawl is going to finish just in the nick of time. Gotta pull those drones back though, Catz. We can't be taking this damage. 2 queens, not enough, man. He needs to pull the 3rd queen over. That one's going to die. This is problematic. Oh, no. He's going to lose another queen if he doesn't watch out. QXC, dude. QXC's feeling himself now. It feels like he's been gaining confidence as the series goes on. From getting proxy roached and having to build 6 missile turrets to defend his main base at the start of this series to where we are now. It feels like Shakura's Plateau was a different... It feels like we played that yesterday, the game 1 in this series. And yet, here we are, and QXC's kind of gone from confidence to confidence. It feels like he was a bit paranoid and overreactive at the start of the series, and now he's just kind of chilling. Banshee's rotating to the left side. One of the Twitch staff is a regular 60-month sub. That's liars, pig. I'm kidding, guys. I'm talking about people who actually make decisions. So there's what we call code monkeys who work at Twitch, who are actual people with technical skills who know how to code, do software, and actually, you know, do things that make the machine run. They like StarCraft. They hang out in my channel as well. They're really cool. You'll see the Twitch spanner and you'll go, you're not part of the moderation team, are you? Part of the health and safety, part of the inclusivity team, part of the Dan Clancy moderation brigade. No, you're not. You do coding in the back somewhere? You hang out in a server den in a dark room? You're basically the IT crowd of Twitch? Yeah, and they always say yes every time. And don't worry, they won't dob on us. They won't dob on us. It's not part of their job, guys. If you do see a Twitch employee in an RTS channel, there's a pretty high chance they're not involved in the moderating of channels or anything like that. They're usually pretty chill. They're usually pretty chill. Yeah. There's a couple Twitch employees who do hang out in the channels, but they're definitely not in charge of any of that stuff. All right, guys, is this a 2-base push? Didn't he build a 3rd? He's got a 3rd. 4th and 5th barracks coming up. Still only single engineering, babe. This is a scary marine tank push. Catz right now is trying to rush out lurkers, but you know, guys, when you're making a single lurker in your main base and you've got 1 roach and 4 hydras and 2 queens, I don't want to insult Catz manliness, but I am going to just go out on a limb and say this is the most flaccid I have ever seen Catz, and I've shared many public bathrooms with him before. That's a really gross way of putting that, but that's basically my whole brand at this point, so I ain't going to stop. Anyways, yeah, this army is super soft. It's super soft. QXC, on the other hand, firm, hard, solid, dedicated, and he is ready to finish this game off with this army. If he just gets the confidence to push, he will win. But sometimes they say it's not about the size, it's about how you use it. And Catz, he's a nifty player. He's a little tricksy. He's going to try and hang in till the very bitter end. I love that he opened this up with the drone rush. Unfortunately, the Reaper counterattack was a little bit brutal here, and it did so much damage. Roach Hydra trying to hold the line. The Marines, they inject their drugs before combat like any sane person would, because combat stims are what it's all about. Single lurker pushes him back, but the Marines avoid the lurker spines for the most part. Take out the 3rd hatchery. Roach goes down as well, and Catz is on 64 supply. My boy, Paulo, he's looking a little dead right here. I think QXC's got him, man. So, I'm confused, Pig. You just cast Starcraft. There's no sexy stories or violent AI images or screeching noises playing or anything. Yeah, we just kind of cast and play Starcraft and different RTS games and strategy games. And yeah, generally there's rare moments of intermission where someone will start talking about, you know, let's call it old internet. Maybe one jar. Maybe they'll talk about Blue Waffle, or, you know, 2 girls, 1 couple, or something like that. We'll maybe have a slight aside where we so we like to have like a sort of rule where you're allowed to be kind of gross in this chat as long as you hint at things or reference things without being directly gross. So if you come to my Twitch channel, you can be quite crude if you like in terms of like talking about pretty gross things, but you got to do it in a sort of kind of way where like think about like, you know, when you watch like a kid's show or something and they want to make an adult reference, but they have to like disguise it. It's the art of subtlety, something which I know a lot of the, you know, Artosis viewers in the chat, but maybe not as used to. I would say that's the opposite of Artosis' channel. Lurker's trying to hold the front. Marine Mortar Tank coming forward right now. Dude, does he not have a scan? I think he's out of scans. He's been dropping mules too hard. Oh, the curse of having macro that's too good. Catz getting in. Catz getting in. Lurker's inside right now. Nothing like sneaking in there. Lurker's in the natural. He's going to go for one in the main as well. We got Bio there. Bio coming in towards the natural at the same time. Tanks, Marines, and Marauders stimming around. The Lurker in the natural. Dude, he doesn't have scans. He's been too good at dropping mules. Catz getting a Twister in. Roaches in the third. Lurker's in the natural. Unfortunately, he's trying to defend his main with slow roaches and drones right now. And much like when a man with a machete breaks into your home and you send your children to go fight him, Catz's decision to engage that with drones was somewhat psychotic. Don't get me wrong, enough children will dull the blade, but it's absolutely ridiculous. He just lost like 50 drones in his main. His queens are attacking his own hatchery. The Zerg are turning on each other. They're going feral. And QXC just a little bit too good.